Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Kotobukiya bishoujo statue of the Huntress. Now, this is not a particularly new release, but I just got it at a pretty cheap price, so I'm going to review it for you. Now, the figure already comes attached to the base, so there's only one piece of assembly that you need to do, and that is to put her staff through her hands. Now, her right hand is a little tight, but the left hand, it goes through quite easily. And then you just reattach this end like so. Easy assembly. It's a little detail, but I like the broken wing on the gargoyle statue. It adds a little history and a little personality to this statue's base. And I really dig the metallic purple that's used on this. I think it was a really good choice. It certainly stands out from the black. But what I'm really digging here is the sculpting, especially the sculpting on the little pouches and pockets on the belt here. And what I really dig is the use of shading on the pouches. Kotobukiya, as usual, is really good with paint shading on their figures, and it's particularly useful on skin. If you look right here above her belly button, there is this little shade going right up the middle there. There's a little bit of shade on her inner thigh there. Might be kind of hard to see in this lighting. Same thing with the edge of her ass sticking out right there. There's a little bit of shading, but I think I'm losing it in this light. Same thing on the arm here. There's a little bit of a darker tone in the arm, and I think, as usual, they do a really great job with the paint, not only with the shading, but look at the eyes here, and the you can look at the lips a bit. Really, really, really strong work. Also, take into account the fact that they had to paint the mask. There's a lot going on in the face, and the paint's all really, really clean. And as usual, they do their kind of translucent hair the further away you get from how dense it is. When it gets thinned out, it becomes a little clearer, and I think it's a really cool feature. I also like the way her cape flares out. It's a really kind of dynamic element to what's otherwise a kind of sexy pose. You know, Kotobukiya tends to do some kind of straightforward heroic poses, and they mix it up with some cutesy poses, and then sometimes they do kind of sexy poses. Catwoman and Mystique, those bishoujos are good examples of that. And this one's kind of in line with that, just the fact that she's kind of, you know, smashing her boobs together, and she's kind of sticking her ass out, you know. And if you are a collector and you are kind of an ass man, she does have a bit of a dunk. So if you like the Huntress and you're like, you know what, I want the Huntress, but I want her like mushing her snoobs together in the front, just pushing those boobajubes out, then man, you're really gonna like this. But if you don't want your Huntress all sexified, this might not be your cup of tea. But it's definitely one of Kotobukiya's better kind of mixing of the two, kind of heroic pose with the gargoyle and the cape blowing, and you know, her rump sticking out. I think it's pretty fun. Thanks for watching.